Today, we are going to take on Crasher Wake. I do wonder, is that a nickname? Because there is no way, I don't think there's any way anybody could ever have such a cool name as Crasher. Like, Wake has to be the real name, and Crasher just a epilogue to the name being such a cool one, right? I truly hope he did not get this nickname by being a boat captain.
Let me drive the boat.
Let me drive the boat. No, Wake! No, Wake! You're drunk! And that's Crasher Wake. Anyways, welcome to part 3 of Can Pokemon Platinum beat Bidoof?
Chompo Productions.
Today's first mission is to take on Pastoria City Gym. And it's kind of funny. Just as I was about to step my foot inside the gym, I feel a presence behind me. I'm like, slowly turning my head, I'm like, it's Barry. Barry was waiting there in the bushes, just camping there and sneak attacking us just as we were about to get to the gym. He's furious because last time we took him on, I had this grass snort strategy to take on the Prinplup. How heavy is Prinplup? It looks like a fat chunky boy. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my god, it's a critical hit. But it would have not worked unless I critted the Prinplup, which I did. I was very happy about that. But Barry, he was not. He lost his mind over us hexing him. So this time, he was trying to get revenge on us. And as I knew that, okay, Grass Knot might not be the best one to use on Prinplup, I went for the tri-attack. And on turn 1, we get the para. Exciting. And on turn 1, we get the full para. Very exciting. But the Prinplup is still at green health, meaning it's a threat. But on the second turn, I'd go for another very, very, very chill tri-attack, and we get another paralysis. And at this point, the Prinplup is basically dead because Barry doesn't use healing items. He's not about the cheater life, and and we take down the Prinplup with ease. But you already know Barry is furious after this one. The rest of his team doesn't propose any problems to me, but he runs off crying. Those tears, they fill up the Pastoria City Gym. That's why there's so much water on the in the whole gym. But he runs off, waiting for the next chance to take us down. And we move on to take on Wake. Now, Wakey, Crasher Wake. He has a team of Gyarados, Quagsire, and Floatzel. A very scary team considering that we are a pure fire type and he has 3 very strong water types. But what we do have over him is the moveset. During these lost hours that you don't even see in the videos that I've just decided to dump into my bin, there were a couple of things we had, or just one thing. I'm lying. I'm trying to exaggerate everything. So we learned Head Smash. I think we're gonna learn Zen Headbutts. We have Head Smash. We have everything related to like head because there's Bidoof heads all over the game. But I use Head Smash to take down the Gyarados. It kind of works, but there is a big problem. You know what it is? It's called big recoil damage. That's the big problem on this one. And while we do take down the Gyarados and the Quagsire easily with the Grass Knots, the Floatzel ends up knocking us out every single time. And we just have too little HP to tank any surf from the Floatzel. And we need to figure out a way to get rid of the Gyarados without taking any damage. And there is a perfect way. We go back to the church. That is the Veilstone department store, because that is the place where everything resides that a man could ever want. This time, I buy the TM4, say it with me, Thunderstruck! Thunder. And we can one-shot the Gyarados by teaching the Thunder, one-shot the Quagsire with the Grass Knots, and then in comes the Floatzel that has ruined every single attempt up to this point. This little weasel looking thing. Now that we're at full health, we can tank just one surf, get off a Thunder, Floatzel gets fried, we have some weasel beef for the dinner, and take care of the 5th gym of Pokemon Bidoof and get access to HM Surf. But we also have to get the HM Surf that we can get from from Cynthia's grandma, I think. But we can only meet with Cynthia's grandma if we do these 3 things. Number 1, we have to play tag with the Galactic member. Number 2, we have to go through the defog route. And number 3, we have to take on Cyrus. For the first time ever. Cyrus was actually very easy. He only had a Sneasel, Golbat, and I think Markrow. Like, what is that? Bro, you're supposed to be a leader of like a criminal group. What is this team? No wonder you want to disappear. I would be ashamed too if this was my team. And we easily take care of that. Get the HM for Surf, and then it's time to move on to Canalway City. The city where Rourke's dad went to get some milk and never came back. And back in episode 1 when we defeated Rourke, I never told you this fact, but I talked with Rourke after we defeated him and he was very depressed. He was very disappointed in his father that he never came back from the Canalway City. And I felt bad for him. I told him that, you know, you take care of your job with the gym stuff. I am going to take care of your dad. I'll contact you when I'm done. He started rolling on the ground and was so happy. He was so happy that he went back to the mines. And I continued on with my journey. But then it hit me. Oh my god. I'm about to enter the heaven of what is called the steel type gym for my fire type Pokemon. And I was about to run in there, destroy the whole place. But then Barry was there waiting for me again. And this time he was doping. Not only did he send out a Staraptor, he sent out an Empoleon. At this point of the game? I mean, this is pure cheating. Oh my god. The trauma got me coughing. This was easily the hardest battle up to this point because Staraptor was so fast that it got some takedowns off of on me. And then the Empoleon would come in, easily tank a Thunder, because not only is Empoleon a very fancy gentleman, he also has a crazy amount of special defense to the point where Thunder is putting him in range of Torrents, and then it can knock me out with Brine. So, in the usual Chompo fashion, I had my hit against the wall. I hit my head against the wall a couple of times and attempt how would this play out if I would try to brute force it. Let me tell you, it would not turn out to be very pretty. So again, in usual Chompo fashion, I did what everybody should do, and I took a break to think. What the hell should I do against Barry now? I don't really have anything crazy to deal with the Empoleon. I am faster than it though. But that doesn't work. I think it's time for a break. I have to brainstorm a little. He's Super Saiyan number 3. This is crazy. As I came back, I took a cup of coffee, probably took a shit. And then I had my mind cleared. And oh my god. You know where we went back? To the place where there is everything that a man could ever want. The Church of Pokemon Bidoof. The Veilstone Department Store! But this time we didn't buy a strong TM. We bought Light Screen. It was a beautiful strategy. Bulletproof. But not bubble proof. Because for some reason, Bubble Beam lowers your speed stats? How do Bubble lower your speed? How does that even work? So on this attempt, I ended up losing because my speed stat was lowered, Light Screen wore off, and Empoleon could yet again knock me out. But if my speed stat did not get lowered, I would be able to breeze through this battle, and on the next attempt, thank the Lord, it ended up happening. And Barry goes down yet again, this time in more or so a respectable fashion. He doesn't even cry when he runs away. I'm definitely faster than you. That doesn't one-shot you! Oh, don't be Guts. Don't be Guts! Brick Break. It's not Guts. It's actually not Guts. Thank you. I really... Oh, you have a Roserade already. God damn. Barry is not playing around. Grass Weasel. Wait. Oh, the Chestoberry! I forgot I had it equipped. That's funny as shit. And we just one-shot it. And we can move on to the Steel-type gym, which I absolutely blow up. At this point, we have learned the move Lava Plume. Just because I think every Pokemon should... It's like a human right thing, but for Pokemon. So it's like a Pokemon right thing to learn a strong stab move in your level up movesets. We can all agree on that, right? It's not like I'm not crazy. I head over to the Steel-type gym. Absolutely blow it up with Lava Plume. There was no survivors. And then I finally go to Byron. Not Byron. I promised Rourke you would come back with the milk, and I am going to be sure of it. We start the battle. First, Magnedon Bidoof. Easy Lava Plume, and it goes down. Second, the Bidoof Steelix. Another easy Lava Plume, and it goes down. And then, top 5 nastiest sprites easily. Bastiodoof. And at this point, it's been so easy. I was like, nothing could go wrong. Bidoof has piss poor attack. There is no way it can touch me in any shape or form. But I was wrong. I just go for the lava plume thinking, you know, there's no problem on this one. But I ended up critting it. And do you know what that does to the Bidoof? We crit it, obviously. But it uses Metal Burst, which is essentially mirror coat, but it only does 1.5 damage back. But since we crit it, it's essentially, I think, 3.5. It's essentially 3.5x the damage we would have done with just a regular lava plume. And we get the Uno reversed! Hey, yo! Platinum dies against the steel type gym? Out of everything that I've experienced this far, this is easily the most painful loss I've ever taken. Not because it's hard to overcome, but because it was such an ego strike. I mean, how can I even come back from this? I lost my personality, so I go into this battle the second time, but this time I'm not even feeling the fighting spirit anymore. I take down all the Pokemon so easily as I could, and then in comes the Bidoof, and I just lava plume it a couple of times, and I win the battle. But at the end of the day, I really do feel like Byron got the last laugh, and I was the one losing here. On the other hand, you could also start thinking that, hold on a second, isn't Platinum a little over-leveled? And that's what the Bidoofs also thought, who are running the region. But thankfully, they have a plan for this. See, in Pokemon Bidoof, there resides the EXP button. By clicking this simple button, the Bidoofs can turn off EXP for the whole region. It truly became evident that they wanted to turn it off immediately. As they got this idea, they got on it, and I had a little bit of time to squeeze in to get some final last EXP before they turned it off. So I start running. First, for some reason we end up at Iron Island with Riley Reid. Honestly, a super unnecessary place. You get a Riolu egg here, we do not need it, so we're not gonna go over anything that happened over here, for legal reasons. Then we end up at the library where we watch the news. Apparently there's something blowing up. Thankfully they don't know that it's actually me who blew up Canalway City. But we blame it all on Team Galactic. I respect them taking accountability for nothing they did, but we still go after them to beat their asses. First up was Saturn, who has the ugliest haircut, but also has the Bidoof Toxicroak, which is a kind of a funny sprite, so here it is. Then there's Mars, battle number 2. The battle was kind of easy, and it was the second time we got to see Bidoof Perugly, but not the last time. I think there's one more time. And then finally, the Bidoofs have done it. They have decoded the EXP from the games. But they gave me one condition. They told me, you can get the EXP back if you defeat Volkner. And Volkner is the strongest of all the HM Guardians. And if we get to him and defeat him, we can get back our EXP. And the only way to get the Volkner is to first defeat Candice, the 7th gym leader. And I think this has gone on for such a good amount of time that we'll go over Candice and then stop the episode here. Thankfully, Candice was not really stressing me out, since she's a Ice type gym leader. We are a pure fire type with Lava Plume, and we should kind of easily get through everything that comes into our way at this point. We go through Route 216 and 217. Route 216 arguably has one of the most goated themes ever in any routes of Pokemon games. So obviously I spent like 30 minutes there. But finally, arriving at Snowpoint City, I waste no time, go into the gym, take on all the trainers, because why the fuck not, get some cash, and then head over to Candice. And oh my god, what destruction this was. This time my ego didn't get broken. Byron has truly become like my worst nightmare ever. I thought the battle would be so easy, but it wasn't. But this time Candice did not, thank God, have the same effect on me, and on the first attempt I take down the Sneasel, the second Sneasel I've taken down in my life after Cyrus. Very easy. Then the Piloswine, get some pork beef out of that one, but the Palace One Sprite is actually kind of goated. Then Aboma Snow comes in, and it does not know what it signed up for. We have a 4 times effective Lava Plume on it, coming your way. And lastly, the Frostlass. Even with the Snow Cloak, we still have the No Guard ability. I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself, but we have the No Guard ability. So the Frostlass cannot dodge under the hail with the Snow Cloak, and we end up one-shotting it, leading us to get the 17 badge and being a step closer to turning the EXP back on. With that, Platinum has come this far with many troubles, but many successions also. How will the story turn in the next episode? The next time we are taking on Volkner, Cyrus, and the final Barry battle, and I can assure you, those are probably the top 3 hardest battle in the whole internet history. So look forward to those. With that, we're gonna quit this time and see you all later.